Hey guys, welcome to today's BB20 updates and spoilers. Our house guest today is Chris Erickson. Chris, thank you so much for the support. We really appreciate it. And if you guys want to be house guests today, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. I'm so nervous I'm going to choke on this gum, but I have to have it right now because if I don't, I'm going to die. My mouth is so dry from antihistamine and decongestant. But you know how it is. So anyway, Swaggy and Winston are up on the block. If you want the immediate fallout from the Power Veto ceremony, make sure you check out yesterday's spoiler because I talked about all that. But anyway, yesterday afternoon, Tyler smoothed things over with Scotty in the storage room because let's not forget, Tyler, Scotty, and Swaggy had a 3-person alliance called The Core, right? So Scotty's like, I don't know what to do because he promised that he would never vote against Swaggy or Tyler, and he feels like this is kind of like a sucky situation for him this week because he figures Tyler is going to want to do what Caitlyn wants and vote out Swaggy, but that would mean voting out Swaggy. So Scotty's like, I don't know what to do. So Tyler's like, let me tell you how this happened. So he's telling him why Caitlyn nominated Swaggy, the whole talk show thing, and Swaggy didn't tell Caitlyn about the deal that he made with the bros, even if it was BS, and things got heated. And Scotty's like, I didn't know about that deal either. Tyler did not mention the love triangle with Fessy, Haley, and Caitlyn, which I think was a major catalyst for what would happen. But anyway, Tyler's like, yeah, Caitlyn already had her mind made up, so I just wanted to make sure that you were safe because you would have gone home against Swaggy. I don't know if that's true. Actually, you never know because there's been a lot of talk on the level 6 side this week about how threatened they feel by Scotty because they feel like they can't really read him. So they were even saying that they wanted to get rid of Scotty before Swaggy. They felt like he was more of a threat. So you never know. But anyway, Scotty's like, wow, that's huge. Thank you so much for saving me. So then Tyler's saying, I didn't tell you about the plan ahead of time because I didn't want you to have to lie to Swaggy. I didn't want to put you in that position. Sure. So he's also saying that Swaggy had deals with like everybody. And he was telling people that he was just using Scotty as a middleman to bring info to him, which is true. So Tyler is like, yeah, Scotty's probably going this week. So we should just, did I say Scotty? I meant Swaggy. So we should probably just vote with the majority because we don't want to get screwed over. So Scotty's like, all right, I'm going to do what's best for the two of us moving forward. So I think Tyler reeled Scotty back in, but I'm not 100% sure on that. You never know. So Tyler was advising Scotty to work on his relationships with the bros and Haley moving forward. Okay. So then Rockstar was in the HOH with Caitlyn. This conversation was a little bit tense. There were some raised voices. It got a little yelly at times. More on Caitlyn's side because she's like, this is why I had to do this. Blah, blah, blah. And I mean, Rockstar did get a little bit like, but a little more calm than Caitlyn. So Caitlyn is, you know, with her whole, Swaggy's been talking crap about me. I had to put him up, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing this for my younger self. She says she never used to stand up for herself, so she also said something about how, like, she wants her future child to, like, be able to watch the show and see that mommy stood up for herself. Okay. So then Rockstar's like, well, you've had a pretty face in your ear all week telling you what to do, and you haven't been talking to us, your original group. So Caitlyn's like, it was not Tyler's idea. It was my idea. He backed it up. And, I mean, honestly, Caitlyn was saying that she was going to go for Swaggy before she even won HOH, but I don't know if she was serious or not. But it did seem like Tyler kind of steered her in that direction. I would say he had more influence over the other nominees, but she had already decided that she wanted to get rid of Swaggy. So Rockstar keeps saying, we had a solid 5, what the hell happened? And Caitlyn's like, no, we did not have a solid 5 because I did not feel comfortable. So then Rockstar's like, well, why didn't you come to me to talk about all the drama? You know, why did you go to Tyler? And Caitlyn's like, I needed someone neutral. I did try to bring it up with you, and you were just defending Swaggy. So then Rockstar's like, yeah, but is Tyler really neutral? Could we call him that? Because if you remember last week, when he was the HOH, it seemed like all the level 6 people were off limits when it came time to nominate people, so good call, Rockstar. So then Rockstar snarkily says, you know, we should say our goodbyes now for when Winston and his crew betray us, because she says nobody on that side of the house likes her. Not Winston, Brett, Angela, Rachel. They don't really like her. I mean, she's not exactly nice to them. There was a time when, like, Brett or Winston would say hi to her and she just wouldn't answer. She wouldn't say anything. So it's a two-way street there. But Caitlin's like, you're not going to go up. Don't worry about it. So then Rockstar also was going in on Tyler, saying that he acts dumb, but he's actually really smart, and he's a comp beast, and he's trying to make it to the end. Isn't everyone trying to make it to the end? Isn't that the point of the game? But she keeps comparing him, not just in this conversation, but like all throughout the day. She's comparing him to Palpatine from Star Wars. I guess it's that like Sith guy with the hood and the scary teeth. I'm not like that familiar with Star Wars, but sure. So she kept saying it over and over again, like, we get it. You like Star Wars. Okay. So then, Caitlin kept saying, I'm so effing sorry that I had to do this. Like, Rockstar, your game is not over. You don't have to worry about it. So she says she doesn't even feel that bad that she did this to Swaggy. She feels more upset that she had to do this without Rockstar, Haley, and Fessy knowing. Like, she's upset that she hurt them. Sure. So then Caitlin brings up that she wants to go to the final 6 with Rockstar, Haley, Tyler, Fessy, and Brett. Rockstar doesn't want that. No freaking way. So, I mean, they keep going over the same stuff over and over again, and in the meantime, Caitlin is chomping on some chips. She's like, it was a lot. So then Rockstar's talking about how she does not like the bros. She says, no, this is like, she says that she feels like Winston has a Confederate flag in his house. I mean, maybe he said something about it pre-feeds, and we don't know, but, like, that's quite a jump to make. I'm not saying that I agree with Winston's political views. I'm not even 100% sure that, like, that he's a Trump supporter, like she's claiming. Like, I'm pretty sure he knows. But anyway, I think it's kind of a bit of a leap to say that he's got a Confederate flag, and it's not cool. So then Rockstar was like, I would put up Tyler and Brett if I win HOH, but don't tell him I said that. And Caitlin says, okay, I won't. So then Caitlin keeps saying, I wish it wasn't Swaggy who was saying these things about me, because I would have put up whoever the culprit was. You know, if it was JC, I would have put him up, blah, blah, blah. And Rockstar was like, well, Swaggy swore to me on his father's grave that he never said that you were at the bottom of the totem pole. So this conversation, again, circular combo over and over and over again. It went on for like 45 minutes. It was a lot, but I believe they did hug at the end, so yay. Alright, so then it was Swaggy's turn in the HOH room with Caitlin, and his conversation was like an hour long. But he's really trying to play at her emotional side here. Shouldn't be hard, because I think that's pretty much all Caitlin. Like, she's all emotional side. So, do your thing, Swaggy. Caitlin starts crying the minute Swaggy walks in. She's like, I can't look at your face. So, he's like, alright. He's very calm. He says, I want to hear your side first. You know, tell me what happened here. So she says the same stuff we've been hearing about him talking about her, and that he didn't talk to her all week, and she had to stand up for herself. So Swaggy's like, first things first, when you're feeling like somebody's attacking you, you absolutely should stand up for yourself. So, you know, no issue there. Good for you. But then he starts to tell his side of the story. He feels like the alliance really started to split with the whole love triangle thing. And I would agree. So he's saying then the group started to feel weird because she was hanging out so much with Tyler and the other side. So he's like, yeah, I will admit I did call you shady and reactive, which like she is. But he never called her a liability. He never said that she was at the bottom of the totem pole. So then he was saying he wanted to talk to her all week, and he kept saying, like, I'm gonna go talk to Caitlin. And Fessy and Haley were telling him not to do it. Give her space, you know, wait until she's not HOH anymore, because they figured Caitlyn wasn't going to make a move against them this week. They could just figure it out next week and it would be fine. So they kind of like really screwed him over because Caitlyn kept saying like, if you had only talked to me earlier, like we could have figured this out. So then Tyler joins them, and this is what Swaggy wanted. He wanted Tyler there because he wanted to make sure nobody's words were getting twisted. So Tyler was like mostly quiet during this conversation. He would jump in here and there, but mostly just listening. So Swaggy is telling them, I would have never put you two up on the block. He was planning on potentially doing that next week, but then again, that could have been all talk. So anyway, he's saying he'll be really, really upset if his own alliance sends him home week 2 over a miscommunication. He kept saying like, yes, this was a miscommunication. I did say some things about you, but not what you heard. So he's saying like, if it was Angela or somebody getting rid of me, I would shake their hand, fine. But my own alliance, like that really stings. So he's telling them, if you guys keep me this week, all will be forgotten. We can go back to normal, because he still wants to take out the other side. I feel like he's being genuine, at least for now. I mean, he could use other people to go after them, but I don't think Swaggy would actually put them up. So he's saying it would suck to not make the jury, because number one, he really, really needs the money. And Caitlyn is telling him, like, if you go this week, I will write you a check for $5,000 after this is all over. What the F? Okay, this feels like in Bring It On when Kirsten Dunst writes the check for Gabrielle Union's cheer squad to go to nationals, but like, they don't need that from you. Okay, so anyway, he also admits that Bailey is his girlfriend, not just like his sister. So he finally owns up to that. He says he really likes her and he doesn't want to be split from her all summer. That would really suck. So of course Caitlyn's like, oh my god, do you love her? And he's like, oh, I don't know. So then Swaggy swears on his dad's grave that he will not target them if he stays. And he tells them, you're doing the other side's dirty work right now. Is that really where you want to be? Right? And just speaking of his dad, he was really trying to relate to Tyler on a personal level, because they've shared before that both of their fathers passed away, and I think they both died from heart failure, so they have a lot in common, and I think that was really like tugging at their heartstrings. So Tyler's like, yeah, I believe you. I don't think that you would target us, but he's worried about the rest of that group. So Swaggy's like, yeah, honestly, they're pissed right now, but I'm trying to calm them down. I'm working on them. We're all going to have to talk about this more. So Caitlyn's like, honestly, I don't know what I would do at this point in the event of a tie, because there could potentially be a tie this week and she would be the deciding vote. So she's like, I don't know what I would do. I guess that's progress, because before she was like, Swaggy's going. Alright, so then Caitlyn and Tyler talk alone after. And Caitlyn's like, Swaggy can't go. Oh my god, this girl. Okay, for a second, let's just pause. Can you imagine if she makes this huge move and then she's like, you know what? I'm gonna keep Swaggy. So then she has both sides pissed off at her. That would be insane. But Tyler's telling her, even if Swaggy does not come after us, the rest of the group will. He really likes Swaggy as a person. It seems like everybody in the house does, but this is a game. So he feels like they still have to vote Swaggy out. And Caitlyn's like, yeah, my gut is telling me that Swaggy still has to go. So then Swaggy reports back to his allies and he's like, okay, here's the deal. Caitlyn wants to keep me, but she's worried that you guys will target her and Tyler. So that's kind of a problem. So he's telling them, if you could like go talk to her, reassure her, really emphasize that she would be doing the other side's dirty work by taking me out, because he realizes that that really struck a chord with her when they were talking. So Fessy's like, he doesn't want to do this, but he goes up to the HOH to talk to Caitlyn, and he's like, yo, I'm upset, Drake, that you did not talk to me sooner about putting up Swaggy. What the hell is that all about? So Caitlyn's like, well, I didn't want you to talk me out of it or tell Swaggy, so I had to just keep you out of that. So then Caitlyn is talking about how she just made the biggest move in Big Brother history, and she's the queen of Big Brother. What? But she also says that she's got to get next week's Power app. She's got to be the most trending. And I agree, like, there is a really good chance that she's going to get it, because America loves a mess, right? So there is a really good chance that she's going to get the app. But, like, stop. You are not the queen of Big Brother. Okay, so anyway. Then Caitlyn starts spilling all of this information to Fessy. She's telling him how Tyler convinced her to keep Sam on the morning of the last vote. Oh, I guess the first vote. And he didn't know before. It wasn't confirmed that Caitlyn was the one who flipped. So that was a big shock to him. Also, she dropped that Sam got the Power app in the first week. And she dropped that Haley knew about the plan to backdoor Swaggy the day before the Power Veto ceremony, which makes Haley look really shady because she had just told Swaggy that she found out at the same time as him. So, ooh, she's looking shady. But then Caitlyn also tells him that that deal that she made with Winston was just to keep Fessy safe, not Haley or Rockstar. But she's been telling Haley or Rockstar that they're included in that deal. I was talking about this yesterday, and I could have sworn that she only said Fessy, so I feel, like, validated now. I don't feel insane for that reason. So this is all a lot for Fessy to process. He's just like, wait, what? Where's all this information coming from? I can't believe you had all these secrets that you didn't tell me. Right? So then, for the rest of the night, Swaggy campaigned to Tyler and Caitlyn again separately. Pretty much the same stuff. They really like him as a person, but Tyler's telling him that he knows Rockstar is blaming him for this, and she's gonna come after him. And that's not good. So he's gotta figure something out there. But Swaggy was also working on Sam last night. They had a really long conversation about his upbringing and his life outside of the house. And my heart breaks for Swaggy because his story is incredible. It was really emotional, and Sam was a really good listener, really good at, like, pulling this out of him. I think it was really therapeutic for him, so that's cool. I think, you know, Swaggy did have some intentions here to get Sam's vote. So Sam was talking to Caitlyn after this conversation, and she was like, you know what? I like spending time with Swaggy on a personal level more than I do with Winston, and, you know, she wants to keep people in the house that she's going to get along with on a personal level. So yeah, she wants to keep Swaggy. But she says she's going to do whatever Caitlyn wants. We'll see. I don't know. So today's been pretty chill so far. I'm sure we'll see more campaigning later. I like that Swaggy's not just giving up here. Winston's kind of just like, whatever. I mean, Winston is Winston. But we've got 2 days left until the eviction. At this point, Swaggy's going, but you never know what could happen. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. And until tomorrow, much love.